So let's bring in our political analyst, Gary Dietrich, joining us in studio now to talk about this.
Getting a reservoir built in California, friends, is not easy.
It's not like...
I mean, here we are the night before.
Right.
Right. And here we go again.
Can't they do one of those 3D models and just put it up there? Okay, so what do you make of this showdown?
Well, this has happened a lot in California. You know, union labor carries a lot of weight. I mean, that is no secret to anybody, particularly when it comes to California politics. I mean, I could go into a lot of detail about a lot of projects, but this is very common. It is surprising to me that it's being vetted now the night before. I mean, you know, you can tell that from Steve's report. Conflicting responses, apparently even from labor itself. So we'll see where this goes. I will tell you one thing. This has been a project that has been a long, long time coming. Despite the fact we've gotten a lot of rain, there's still questionable snowpack in this year as we speak right now. So this is something that everybody agrees needs to happen. Is there going to be one more setback? I guess we're going to know as of tomorrow morning, guys.
Marley and I were talking about. Can you imagine the first people that came around and thought about that idea around the table in 1950s? Like, okay, let's do this.
And now,
yeah, and here we are. Their grandkids might see a cup of water out of it.
So true, exactly. All right, Gary, let's talk Prop 50. Prop 50, the gift that keeps giving, right? Mm-hmm. So we just saw that it survived its latest legal battle.
Right.
Now it's most likely going to head to the Supreme Court. But I think just on the surface, everyone would say, well, Supreme Court already upheld the one in Texas. Yeah. So why would this even be a thing? Why would you even bother? But we were just talking in the newsroom. Totally different, though. Yeah,
this is important. Now, a lot of people continue to ask me about Prop 50, like, is this a done deal or not a done deal? You know, there's people in California who are still waiting to see. We have members of Congress right now and people that want to run for those districts who have not yet made commitments because they're not sure Prop 50 is going to be upheld. Now, let's remind ourselves of something. This has to be decided soon. We've got a June primary coming up where right now, Prop 50's districts are going to be put in place. But here's the deal. This is decided state by state. The case in Texas and in Florida do not exactly mirror each other. So there's no guarantee just because the Supreme Court upheld the Texas redistricting, they would do the same with California. Most observers think they're likely to. But you can bet, guys, the Republicans have already said, we're taking this immediately. They want a preliminary injunction to stop this immediately, at least temporarily, at the Supreme Court.
Well, the arguments against both are different.
That's right.
Okay, so that's what we have to
That's exactly right.
Let's talk about ICE and the showdowns that have been happening. A bill making its way through the legislature could make it easier for people to sue ICE for constitutional violations. I mean, suing a federal agency, and in many eyes, they're held to a different standard. So how tough is this? How is this going to be navigated?
Well, one more thing that, guys, what a surprise. It's going to end up at the Supreme Court. Yeah. But that's probably where this is headed. Now, it hasn't become legislation in California yet, but it is moving rather quickly through the legislature. I think many observers believe the governor would sign this. It basically is going to, again, pit California against the federal government, and it would enable Californians to sue ICE. Now, you can just imagine how many individual lawsuits could potentially be brought when you look at what happened in Los Angeles. And all, guys, it could number in the thousands.
Wow.
Right?
And you need evidence to sue. So, and talking about the most recent example, when they're not going to give any state agency like Minnesota any evidence, that would be tough to do.
Yeah, it would be exceptionally difficult to do, especially when you're bringing, this is a state law enabling Californians to sue the federal government. So even its constitutionality itself of the law itself is likely to be challenged. But again, you can just imagine the thousands of lawsuits that could potentially be filed by Californians related to ICE.
Exactly. It could be a mess. All right. Thank you, Gary. Great to have you as always.
Thank you, guys.